Okay, students, I continue the number theory, and I explained in the previous videos congruences, how the congruent modulo m is defined, and also its properties, congruence modulo m, and one important result, that is the product of r consecutive integers is divisible by factorial r. Product of r consecutive integers is divisible by factorial r. I solved some problems on this. I have already solved some few problems, and take some more problems on this. What is the result? Product of r consecutive integers is divisible by factorial r. Example, prove that n into n plus 1 n plus 2n plus 1 is divisible by 6. Problem is n into n plus 1 2n plus 1 is divisible by 6. We use this result here. Product of r consecutive integers is divisible by factorial r. You have to express this as product of consecutive integers. Consider n into n plus 1 2n plus 1. We write this as n into n plus 1 into n plus 2 plus n minus 1. Correct? N plus 2 plus n minus 1, because 2n plus 1, only this is written as n plus 2 plus n minus 1. Therefore it is n into n plus 1 n plus 2, take this as one term, this as another term, plus n into n plus 1 into n minus 1. Now this is product of three consecutive integers. Because successive integers they are n plus 1, n plus 2. These three are also consecutive integers, because n minus 1, n plus 1, they are in this order. N minus 1, n plus 1. These are also product of three consecutive integers. Therefore, 6 divides, or I write n into n plus 1, n plus 2 is divisible by 3 factorial, that is 6. N minus 1, n plus 1 is also divisible by 6. Therefore, their sum n into n plus 1, n plus 2 plus n minus 1 into n plus 1 is divisible by 6. Therefore, this n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 is divisible by 6. So while applying this result, you have to express the given number in terms of product of consecutive integers. That is the main idea here. N means always here positive integer or natural number. Next problem. Prove that n into n minus 1, 2n minus 1 is a multiple of 6. N into n minus 1, 2n minus 1 is a multiple of 6. Here also we express this as product of three consecutive integers. Consider n into n minus 1 into 2n minus 1. We write this as n into n minus 1 into n plus 2 plus n plus 2 2n minus 1 n minus 1 n plus 2, just a minute, n plus 2 plus n minus 1. Is it correct? Here we have 2n plus 1, here 2n minus 1, n plus 2, n minus 1, 2 minus 1, 1, 2n. So it is n into n minus 1 into n plus 2 n plus 2, n minus 1 becomes 2n plus 1. Therefore we take n minus 2, n plus 1. Is it correct now? N into n minus 1 into n minus 2 plus n into n minus 1 into n plus 1. Yes, we have to take n minus 2, n plus 1. Now this simplify this. It is 2n minus 1. 2n minus 1 is written as n minus 2 plus n plus 1. Now this is sum. It is product of three consecutive integers. N minus 2 first, then n minus 1 n. It is n minus 1 n, n plus 1. Product of three consecutive integers. It is divisible by 3 factorial. It is also divisible by 3 factorial. Therefore their sum is divisible by 3 factorial means 6. Now next type of problem is prove that 9 raised to n minus 8n minus 1 is always divisible by a. This is a different type of problem. We use here principle of induction. You have studied mathematical induction, and a very good tool it is, important tool. To prove any result which involves positive integer, we can apply mathematical induction. You know the procedure or principle of mathematical induction. What is the principle? First we prove that it is true for n is equal to 1. Assume that it is true for n is equal to k, where k is fixed integer. After that, prove that it is true for k plus 1. Then what happens? It is true for every positive integer real. We use that technique here. Now, for this, let us take like this. Let P of n denotes 9 raised to n minus 8n minus 1 is divisible by 8. Say, important thing is, we have denoted P of n by 9 raised to n minus 8n minus 1 is divisible by 8. We have not denoted only 9 raised to n minus 8n minus 1 by Pn. We have denoted this statement, complete statement, by P of n. We apply mathematical induction, and I tell you it is a very important problem from examination point of view. In any degree examination, if the syllabus is there, then this type of problem you can expect. You have to apply mathematical induction. 3 steps are there. Understand the problem, and then I will give some problems as exercise. You can easily get hold on the problem, how to solve the problem. First step, P of 1 is true. We prove that P of 1 is true. What is P of 1? For that P of 1 is 9, because n is 1, you have to substitute. P of 1 is 9 minus 8 minus 1 is divisible by 8. 0 is divisible by 8. It is true. 0 is divisible by 8. So P of 1 is true. Assume that, second step, assume that P of k is true. Therefore, what is P of k? 9 raised to k minus 8k minus 1 is divisible by 8. It is called induction hypothesis. We assume 9 raised to k minus 8k minus 1 is divisible by 8. By definition of divisibility, 8 divides 9 raised to k minus 8k minus 1. This implies 9 raised to k minus 8k minus 1 is 8m, where m is positive integer. Therefore, 9 raised to k is 8m plus 8k plus 1 plus 1. Take this as 1. Now we prove that this is induction hypothesis, it is our assumption. But next step important. After assuming it is true for k, you have to prove that it is true for k plus 1. That step is very important. We prove that p of k plus 1 is true. This we have to prove. For that, what do you mean by p of k plus 1 is true? P of k plus 1 is true means you have to prove that 9 raised to k plus 1 minus 8k plus 1 minus 1 is divisible by 8. I repeat, p of k plus 1 is true means we have to prove that 9 raised to k plus 1 minus 8 into k plus 1 minus 1 is divisible by 8. Then by induction it is true for every positive integer. This is divisible by 8. So we consider 9 raised to k plus 1 minus 8 into k plus 1 minus 1. It is 9 raised to k into 9 minus 8k minus 8 minus 1. So 9 raised to k. Next step important. What do you have to prove? This is divisible by 8, or it is 8 into some integer. That you have to prove. By definition of divisibility, you have to prove that this is equal to 8 into some integer. For that, we have to use this because it is our assumption. What is 9 raised to k? 9 raised to k is 8m plus 8k plus 1 into 9 minus 8k minus 9. Therefore, 9 into 8m plus 9 into 8m, 9 into 8k plus 9 minus 9 cancels, plus 9 minus 8k minus 9. Therefore, it is 8 into, I write this as 8 into 9m plus 9k minus k. Written 8 into 9m, is it correct? 8 into 9m plus 9k minus k, or 8 into 9m plus 8k. I think all the steps are clear. This implies, or I write 8 into k dash. Therefore, 9 raised to k plus 1 minus 8 into k plus 1 minus 1 is equal to 8 into k dash. This implies 8 divides 9 raised to k plus 1 minus 8 into k plus 1 minus 1. Now, what does this indicate? This indicates p of k plus 1 is true. Therefore, p of k plus 1 is true. So, problem is simple, but type of example is important. We have proved that 8 divides 9 raised to k plus 1 minus 8 into k plus 1 minus 1. So, p of k plus 1 is true. See the three steps. First, we have proved that p of 1 is true. Assume that p of k is true. After assuming p of k is true, we have proved that p of k plus 1 is true. So, the result is true for every positive integer n. Every positive integer n. Next problem is prove that 3 raised to 2n plus 2 minus 8n minus 9 is divisible by 64, and 2 raised to 2n plus 1 minus 9 into n square plus 3n minus 2 is divisible by 54. Is divisible by 54. These two problems are exactly similar. Use the mathematical induction and try to prove these two. Next is, if n greater than 2, prove that n raised to 5 minus 5n cube plus 4n is divisible by 120. Is divisible by 120. Just a minute, let me prove that it is divisible by 120. It is again product of r consecutive integers is divisible by factorial r. It depends on that. Consider n raised to 5 minus 5n cube plus 4n. It is equal to n into n raised to 4 minus 5n square plus 4. We factorize this. We use product of r consecutive integers is divisible by factorial r. N into n square minus 4 into n square minus 1. Factorize like this. Factorize like this. N square minus 1, n square minus 4. It is therefore n into n plus 2 into n minus 2 into n minus 1 into n plus 1. I write this as n minus 2, n minus 1 and n plus 1, n plus 2, n minus 2, n minus 1, n plus 1, n plus 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 factors are there. Now the important thing is, this is the product of 5 consecutive integers, because they are consecutive. N minus 2, n minus 1, 1 increases, plus 1, plus 1, plus 1. Product of 5 consecutive integers is divisible by factorial 5. It is the product of 5 consecutive integers, therefore divisible by 5 factorial, but 5 factorial is nothing but 120. So it is divisible by 120. Next example is, prove that 8 raised to n minus 3 raised to n is divisible by 5. See, n is not mentioned here, but n is here always a natural number, positive integer. If it is not mentioned, it is understood, it is positive integer. It is divisible by 5. We write 8 raised to n minus 3 raised to n is, we prove like this. It is 8 minus 3 into 8 raised to n minus 1, 8 raised to n minus 2 into 3, 8 raised to n minus 3 into 3 square plus so on, plus 3 raised to n minus 1. We factorize like this. What is the formula used? Formula is a raised to n minus b raised to n is a minus b into is a raised to n minus 1, a raised to n minus 2 into b, and so on. Now what is this? 5 into k. This complete is integer, take that as k. This implies 5 divides 8 raised to n minus 3 raised to n. Next, one more example is, prove that 3 raised to 2n plus 7 is divisible by k. Again, we express this as product of or we express this as 8 into k, therefore it is divisible by k. Can you try this as exercise? Some problems are left. I solve that in the next class. Yes, okay, thank you.